Hello there, and welcome back to the Endless Kingdom. I'm your novice host, and today in a not-so-critical review, we're going to be looking into one of Disney's most popular, currently airing shows, The Owl House. The Owl House, soon to be airing its third and final season, is an animated adventure series with some horror elements, mostly revolving around the world that the show takes place in. The plot premise is pretty simple. A young and teenage girl by the name of Luz Noceda, after trying to avoid a conformatory summer camp, winds up in the demon realm, specifically the Boiling Isles, a massive island country built upon the literal rotting corpse of a gargantuan titan. Now, Luz is a very imaginative and chipper young girl, always looking to spruce things up with fantasy, to the detriment of back home, which is why she decides to spend her summer in the Boiling Isles after she meets Ida the Owl Lady, self-proclaimed to be
the most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles.
Now, Ida is wild and a bit uncontrollable, to her detriment at times, due to the law of the Boiling Isles forbidding most of what she makes her life's passion. But she doesn't let it get her down. Luz is taken in by that, and the fact that they're both considered societal weirdos. So Luz decides to become Ida's apprentice and learn magic, which is not an easy feat for her since the Boiling Isles is practically a horror fest. Most of the architecture is made of flesh, most of the beings are grotesque in some way, and or just creepy. Not at all like the fantasies she grew up with. But Luz doesn't let that get her down. Over time, she does learn a unique form of magic. And that's the plot outline of the show. Luz going through her daily life in the Boiling Isles, learning magic, getting into mischief, and everything else in between. Often with the help of the friends she makes. Ida's roommate slash pet slash adoptive son,
the King of Demons!
Or so he likes to claim. Little fellow of indeterminate origin, likes to portray himself as a monarch who rules over everything in sight, made of an iron fist, but in reality is just a little kid trying to live life up. The other friends include Willow Park, a student of the nearby magic school Luz meets one day, expert in plant magic, sweet girl with a bit of a sting once and she gets angry. Then there's Augustus Porter, or aka Gus, an illusionist and a fan of all things human, which makes him and Luz who's become very fast friends. Very interesting character, especially considering he's the youngest of the cast and the limited information of humans in the Boiling Isles, thus leads to some interesting and sometimes hilarious events. And to top off the main cast, though it doesn't start out that way, is Amity Blight, top student at Hexside, the aforementioned magic school Will Augusto who starts out as an enemy due to her mean girl attitude, who brought on by the pressures of being at the top, but eventually turns to friendly rival, to outright friend, and eventual love interest. That's one of the neat things about the Owl House. Sure, it's all about horror-themed adventures, mischief, and whatnot, but it also has some groundbreaking events tied to it as well. The Owl House openly depicts real-life societal problems in a positive light, through various subversions, but at the same time not. Throughout the second half of the first season, and Luz and Amity start to develop a bit of a romance. Bit of a slow startup, but it is in no way subtle at all. The Owl House doesn't hide the romance, it brings it to center stage more than once. Helped by the fact that the Boiling Isles is depicted as a place where most of the societal prejudices we have do not exist. Nice touch, especially since it's never directly stated, just implied. Another thing the Owl House does well is showcase handling chronic conditions through the fact that Ida is cursed. The person has to take a magic elixir near constantly in order to avoid losing herself to said curse. A lot of people compared that to chronic conditions that need to be treated with medicine, and I can definitely see that. Not entirely sure if that's where things were going, but I can see that. The series also goes out of its way to showcase problems of current societal structure for Lou's, Ida, and King's misadventures. From the way a hex side is structured to the problems Ida has as with the law and the Boiling Isles Coven system, and where you must conform or face execution. Harsh, but it makes sense once you see the series' main antagonist, who I'll go into more detail during the review for Season 2. Who I will discuss in terms of antagonists, though, is Ida's sister Lilith, head of the Emperor's Coven, and a stickler for the rules. Due to some issues from childhood, Lilith and Ida just cannot get along. There's always some mayhem when the two are on screen together, though it is shown that they do still care for one another. Many different interesting storylines and interactions from the Owl House, done in a rather nice way that always subverts expectation, because as well, the Owl House follows the isekai story trope that human when brought to another world, but for those who don't know, it does not follow the same constraints. Luz, while brought to the Boiling Isles, can go back at any time. Ida has a portal and take her back whenever she likes. Staying on the Isles is entirely Luz's choice. A choice she at times questions due to not wanting to upset her mother Camilla, but a choice nonetheless. So many different things to talk about. I'd be here all day if I tried to go through it all. So, instead, I'll let you viewers just find out for yourself. As you watch 19 episodes of horror-themed yet wholesome entertainment, and of action, adventure, romance, a touch of school drama, and many different fantasy scenarios was just waiting to be seen. But, as I always say, I'm not here to tell if the show is good or bad. I'm here to state my opinion and through it let you decide if the Owl House is something you'd like to watch. So, if you think the Owl House strikes your fancy, you can find the entire series is currently airing on Disney Channel and its side channel Disney XD, as well as for easy streaming on Disney+. And if you enjoyed this not-so-critical review, you can like the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and click the notification bell to stay up to date on all future reviews on this channel. So until the next not-so-critical review, I've been your anonymous host, The Endless Kingdom, and I wish you all a good day.